coming to you live from the capital, Gaborone. I am Komotso Mapani. The headlines. Government to introduce 200 program to promote livestock farming. Local communities in Kalahari advised to actively trade along the Trans-Kalahari Highway. And in sports, Providence Watotwa wins the open section of the annual Metropolitan Chess Championships, while Natalie Banda retains her title in the women's category. Interpreting in sign language is Amantle Babili. Good evening. President Dr. Mokgweetsi Masisi says government will introduce the 200 program, which will focus on livestock farming and fish farming as well. He says about 2.93 million metric tons of fish consumed in Botswana is imported from Namibia and South Africa at a value of 57 million pula. Speaking at the Langwanyana Cultural Festival held in Moshopa over the weekend, he encouraged residents to take advantage of the upcoming 200 program as they now have access to the Moshopa Dam for fishing activities. The 200 program will be launched in Sorowe on Thursday.
O thatlele kantile thatlele ha ile gore di kokwantse kanto no si mo tankeng ya go mo rankeng kanto go masimo re thatlele e be re go sinkela di tsompela o ntsha bontlhabongwe o so ntsha bontlhabong se di ruiwa nyalo di reke wa dijo di ruiwa ka o ruile di kgomo di koko di pudi di tsana go ikhutsone gore di gole di rekisiwe di boga uwi ke a le go tloetsa lotlhe ba ile gore hana di reservoir go simolo hela ka patanyana ere gongo game ya 6000 pool mo ke tsumi pool mo o gona go tsia 100 mo teng e dikhapi e tla go dira madi a sekuntse ngwa bo for household food security mo lo pela la gore kgone go ja protein ba ile gore ba le bere ko masimo ba kgone go ja protein. It will lower the cost ya madi a la dirisang mo go rekeng di tsela. But interestingly, our freshwater bodies are so environmentally taken care of. That's when I want to hang gami the horse and tail and the taloko maung who try to go lake gami.
The Lesotho region has nominated and endorsed President Dr. Mokgweetsi Masisi as their presidential candidate ahead of the 2024 general elections. The nomination was made at a special congress held in Selika on Saturday. The resolution resonates with that of 12 other regions that have shown confidence in Dr. Mokgweetsi Masisi as a party president. Karabo Mulusi reports.
In accordance with the constitution of the country, the leader of a party that receives a majority of votes in the general election is automatically appointed the president of the country. Prior to going to the polls, parties nominated their presidential candidates, paving way for their prospective win in the election. The BDP therefore embarks on this process in compliance to the party constitution, subsection 29.1 and 29.2, which is consistent with the constitution of Botswana to elect the party presidential candidate.
Aya ba ile gore bata gore emela go botsautune me ba ntse ba ntsha leina la motuteri Dr. Mokgweetsi Eric Kyabetso Masisi ele gone gore ke se ba se thulagantseng ke se ba se rerileng
nomination e ya beele go kgetha go thopa, but at the end of the day ha go sena go hediwa now sister was diragala resolution ya beetse wa ke yone congress ya beele endorsement. So we are happy that we have resolved and we have made an undertaking as Lesotho region hala gore Dr. Eric Kyabetso Masisi aba gore emela eletautuna. This shows a lot of confidence e sa tswang go supiwa ke bone batho ba region ya Kapa.
2 more BDP regions are yet to nominate their preferred presidential candidate. These regions are set to execute this at a special congress in 2 weeks.
Ibile re tsile go dira se re nang le sone sa dithata tse re nang le tsone go netefatsa gore se leng gore wa se eletsa ka gore ke sone se re se eletsang.
While the primary elections exercise is also on the pipeline, the members of the BDP were reminded of their responsibility and active participation in campaigns to maintain the governing powers that the party has held for 57 years. Karabo Mulusi, BTV News, Selika.
Khanzi North Member of Parliament, Mr. John Tite, has commended Pro-Lake Botswana Mill for supporting government's efforts to diversify the economy. This after the company opened the first ever milling company in Khanzi recently. Pro-Lake Botswana Mill is a Khanzi-based company producing maize meal known as Laduma. It started its operation earlier this year and has so far exported at least 638 tons of Laduma maize meal to the Democratic Republic of Congo, DRC. Leseho Mokwaisi.
Known as Laduma. It started its operation early this year and has so far exported at least 638 tons of Laduma maize meal to the Democratic Republic of Congo.
Pro-Lake is not just a mill, it is a symbol of innovation and progress in our community. With its higher quality animal feed products and the locally crafted Laduma super mill, Pro-Lake is leading the way in promoting economic growth and sustainability. Mr. Quentin Barney's efforts are in perfect alignment with His Excellency Dr. Mokgweetsi Masisi's Economic Recovery and Transformation Plan. This plan emphasizes the vital role of manufacturing in creating employment opportunities and fostering economic diversification.
We have had a wonderful achievement. We've built this mill. Its capacity is 1,500 tons a month. We are developing export markets into the DRC or into Africa, and we have successfully exported up to date 638 tons of Laduma maize meal to the DRC, which I think is a wonderful achievement. In the process, we have also produced 300 tons of animal feed, which is also a very good achievement. It's reduced our import bill with the animal feed dramatically.
The managing director, Mr. Ban, stated that despite commencing exports, they are encountering challenges typical of anyone entering a new business venture.
Our biggest challenge at the moment is to get our product sold internally in Botswana. So Botswana's market for maize meal is very, very robust and challenging because the established mills have been doing it for generations. So the brands are well known in Botswana. So it's very difficult to get a customer to change brands. So that will be a slow process as you go along. So for Pro-Lake, the export market is absolutely crucial, that the free trade agreements between the African countries are well looked after. Part of our challenges are also that the phytosanitary permits and import and export permits are all issued in GABs. So Botswana hasn't electronically developed its phytosanitary.
The mill has not only provided employment opportunities for our youth, but also has significantly alleviated the burden of council expenditure for social safety nets and programs. We are truly grateful to Mr. Barnes for his vision and commitment to the development of our district.
With the current shortage of maize, this opens another opportunity to plant maize in large quantities for sale to Pro League mill in Botswana. Botswana have long been encouraged to use programs such as Temoletlotlo for mass production of maize. Lesego Mokwaisi, BTV News, Gantsi.
The Minister of Minerals and Energy, Mr. Lefoko Moagi, says the acquisition of Khoemacau copper mine by Minerals and Metal Group marks a significant milestone in the mining sector and also signifies a promising partnership for the future. Minister Moagi said this during a ceremony held recently in Toteng to celebrate the new ownership of the mine. Marethaka Isara reports.
The MMG is a global resource company that was formed in China that mines, explore and develop copper and other base metal projects in other parts of the world, including Africa. Minister Moagi says MMG investing in Khoemacau copper mine is a great achievement for Botswana, especially the Nkamileng district, as it aligned perfectly with the minerals policy objectives of job creation, economic diversification and sustainable growth.
On the 22nd of March 2024, we welcomed a transformative development as MMG Limited finalized the acquisition of Khoemacau copper mining, underscoring a momentous step forward for our nation's mining industry. This acquisition marks the culmination of a journey that began with Khoemacau copper mine, a project that has epitomized resilience, innovation, and dedication. From its inception, Khoemacau has demonstrated unwavering commitment to excellence.
Today's event echoes well with the international commitments of the spirit of oneness towards sustainable economic development, and we surely strike a chord with many. As I see it, the acquisition of Khoemacau copper mining by MMG implies key underpinnings of sustainable economic development. It symbolizes trust between our governments that enable the huge progress in economic globalization over the past years.
The MMG company appreciated the Khoemacau copper mine and Botswana leadership for trusting them with the mine.
Exceptional effort over the past several years to build this high-quality asset and to create positive impact for all of our stakeholders here in Botswana, but also to be a company that has supported the diversification of Botswana's mining industry. It serves as a beacon of hope, generating positive impact for all stakeholders in Botswana. Khoemacau is not just a mining operation. It is an integral part of Botswana's history and future.
It's a new milestone of China-Botswana bilateral relations and will surely promote the further development of a copper investment sector and others. Botswana has an open, transparent, and clean government with a sound legal system, a good investment environment, and a lot of professional international enterprises.
MMG company intends to ensure safe operation of the mine as well as developing the Khoemacau copper mine at their best efforts. Marethaka Isara, BTV News, Toteng.
Farmers in the Gantsi area embarked on a 5-day training workshop aimed at enhancing their farming skills to expand their businesses and improve the quality of their livestock. They were further encouraged to approach farming as a business to ensure that their efforts are profitable. Lesego Mokwaisi.
The government of Botswana aims to empower every citizen, which is why there are poverty eradication programs specially designed to help also those in rural areas. Some individuals have already benefited from livestock donation made by their trusts. To ensure they are capable of properly caring of their cattle, they require training to acquire the necessary knowledge. During the visit to Quintin's farm, they learned that one key aspect of proper farming is to assess the fertility of the grass.
It's very important to know your grasses. Grasses are indicators. Are you doing something right or are you doing something wrong? Because when I let majang, our majang assimilata la moplasi. Elle are poor. You can see that is not right. But now, if you see your grasses improving, where you're having perennials and all other good grasses, palatable grasses, steady down and coming into your farm, that is an indicator. So it's very important to know your grasses.
So by improving the root storage below ground by this good resting program, a whole season of rest, it allows for that good root storage and then more carbon in the soil, and that communities can then apply. They get paid by these companies. So now you can make money by selling your cows as well as making money by storing carbon. This is something I think communities can also benefit from, is carbon credits. So, and it can only happen if you have good management of your cattle, by resting half, grazing half, storing allowing those grasses in the rest time to produce big root systems and store the carbon.
The farmers were also advised to approach the farming as a business, ensuring that it is profitable and they become self-reliant, reducing their dependence on government support.
The first thing we do is you have to review your progress. So you have to sit down and you must write down on a piece of paper the last 6 months or year, how has your finances been? Have your finances gone backwards or have they gone forwards? Part of this is that you need to identify what your log jams are. A log jam is something that's holding your business back. So it might be lick, it could be fencing. You need to identify what's holding your business back. Then once you've identified what's holding your business back, then you know where you're going to spend your money.
The expectation is that from this 5-day training, they will use the knowledge to enhance their farming practices, thereby expanding their business and improving the quality of their livestock. This is Omukwaisi, BTV News, Khanzi.
Metropolitan Farmers Group say that they intend to increase food security and produce quality farm products through the use of smart agricultural farming. This was emphasized by the association's chairman, Mr. Mozambique Khoboletswe, at an agri-show recently held in Matlapaneng Cattle Post in the Takatokwane constituency. Pudulo Mohorosi.
The modern technology is said to be revolutionizing farming, making agriculture more efficient, sustainable and environmental friendly. Matlapaneng Farmers Group chairperson Mr. Mozambique Khoboletswe cited that unity among farmers is the secret behind attaining food security in this nation.
Collaboration, smart farming, key to sustainable communal farming entities. Collaboration umote, smart farming umote. Leka go rotloetsa tirisanyo mmogo gore re kgona gore re hitlhelele food security. So ha re dira yalo re kopane re kgona go tlhatlosana.
Mr. Khoboletswe also highlighted on some of the challenges they encounter as farmers.
Mahodiso a rona metswa ke masimo re go nna ka tloga re anong temo re tsaya go godimo go hitisa thuo. Mme anong se se botlhoko ke gore masimo a teng bontsi ba bona itšela a sa bereke, mme a ntshitse leruo ho o ka seka wa tlhola o hiwa drilling point go go to ka dira boholo ka gore go beilwe masimo pele nne go sena dikgofa tse dikalo le yone e thamage go teng e baka hot water e setse e le teng.
Attendees at this agricultural show had an opportunity to learn and benchmark from experts.
Au fida leruo se se botlhokwa go gaisa ke head health. botsogo jwa leruo la gago tshwanetse be bo le mo seemo se se siameng.
Our objective is to come up with mindset change to build professional horse racing in the country. Re bua ka element is able to diversify the economy of the country. A component within agriculture.
Era MP for Takatokwani, Mr. Friction Lewis, cited that it is now time for the Ministry of Entrepreneurship to be essential in farming.
Le pata la temothuo ga isa thola le lone hela le baganyeng le balemi barui le maphata a mangwe a ka bo entrepreneurship ba patelesa gore jaanong ba tamele ha balemi barui ka gore re hetotse temothuo re dirile kgwebo.
Me ha re kopane ya ka go boletse go moroto wa esi ga wele mahatshe a dirang nama a teng me re na le sengwe hela se ileng gore ha re ka tswela re ntse re se tshwere re sa thwagalela ra se thabolola se ka dira gore re ga isane le bona se ileng gore la itse hela gore ke kgomo ya rona e jeswang ka teng me ha gore re lebelele go ne mo hela ha re change ya ka ke buile maraka.
Farmers were encouraged to unite and form active association for their voice to be heeded. Budulo Mogoros, BTV News, Matlapaneng Kettle Post.
Local communities in Kalahari have been advised to package different goods and services in order to actively trade along the Trans-Kalahari Highway. The Assistant Minister of Local Government and Rural Development, Ms. Talita Monnakgotla, made the appeal at a ceremony to welcome TKC cyclists tasked to promote the Trans-Kalahari Corridor as a trade hub. She said tourism, food and beverages, sport and entertainment are some of the sectors the community can engage in. Baines Busiho reports.
Established by Botswana, Namibia and South Africa in 2003, the Trans-Kalahari Corridor Management Committee seeks to promote and facilitate trade within the corridor, which commences in the South African mining town of Rustenburg, passing through various places such as here in Kang and eventually ending at the Namibian port city of Walvis Bay. Residents of Kalahari are urged to partake in the economy of this magnificent road at a time when SADC countries are moving towards trade and immigration integration to promote regional intra-Africa trade, which currently stands at 16%.
Tsela yone e re direla mebereko ka go dira di hotel, di filling station le ha go jewang teng.
There are a lot of developments like filling stations, hotels, restaurants because of this road.
I challenge all communities in Kalahari to harvest and package and trade with these resources to improve their economy status. We have got Singaparile here in Kalahari. People use it as medicine in Germany.
The TKC Secretariat revealed that they are currently coming up with initiatives which will cut trade barriers such as harmonization of regulations and development of ports of entry.
Regulations that are in conflict can actually be harmonized so that when a traveler or a motorist or a trucker, when they are compliant in one side of the border, when they cross the border, they should continue being compliant. And one other major objective is for us to see that there is partial development along the corridor so that our corridor can be transformed from just being a transport corridor to an economic corridor.
The 30 cyclists are expected to cross into Namibia, where they will continue to meet and engage local people along the way and end their journey at the economic hub of Walvis Bay on the 29th of April. Baines Busiro, BTV News, Trans-Kalahari Highway.
The Chema loan offers insurance coverage in the unfortunate event of the beneficiary passing on. This was explained by Ms. Lorato Uyapo from the Citizen Entrepreneurial Development Agency, SEDA, during a Khotla meeting in Tobani. Mamusi Siska with more.
The informal sector in Botswana plays a significant role in the country's economy. According to Botswana's National Informal Sector Recovery Plan, published in 2021, the informal sector contributes about 5.3% to the economy and employs over 190,000 people, most of them women and youth. Given this background, it is anticipated that a substantial number of Botswana will seek the newly introduced loan to improve their standard of living. The loan is insured to cushion the families against debt in case of the death of the Chema beneficiary.
Re ka nna nako lengwe le ngwe mongwe wa ba ba itsetseng madi a Chema modimo wa mo ikgapela. Re batla go itse gore ha diemo tseo di le teng kgato go tsaya ihe
ke tshoswa ke sengwe ke so se sengwe he se ne ke se ke le bolela gore dingwa di 17 ke gola ke nna kana ke se ke bo kuti ka tshono e tshwanang le gore a nna mo dingwageng tseo tsame a ke ka nna le tshono.
Lenaneo le la khabara Motswana mongwe le mongwe yo ngwaga tse 18 go ema ko di helante ko modimo a batante dikgang tse di siameng tse di monate gompieno ka Chema ke gore unlike mananeo a rona a mangwe a ntseng a tswa ko moragwale le la Chema le na le insurance hela ha o tlhokagala insurance e tla bo e cover.
Chema is a positive move towards creating a resilient, secure and dependable nation.
Kampa pele gore le nna ke be ke khona go supa sengwe me se nka supang se se kang kgathang le gone go heta ga se sepehela ke go bona matshelo a lona a hetogile ke go bona bangwe ba ne ba le mo lehumeng ba sa thole ba le mo lehumeng ke go bona bangwe ba ne ba itshwaretse sengwanyana yana me ba itshela hela gore ba be mo tafoleng yaanong ba sa thole ba le ho ba humile
a re berekeng jalo re le bojammogo ka re maikelo a rona re batla go bona lenaneo le la Chema le e le lenaneo le le golang e le lenaneo le le tatsogang le di diretse bokamoso go hokotsa manokonoko a thoko la ditiro.
This innovative financial product underscores Botswana's commitment to supporting entrepreneurship and fostering economic development across all sectors of the society. Mamusi Siska, BTV News, Tobani.
The Department of Broadcasting Services, in collaboration with different stakeholders, is conducting a 7-day bootcamp in Gaborone, where artists will be instructed on different ways to successfully penetrate the industry through the assistance of organizations such as Cosboards. Managing Director of Big Dog Productions, Mr. Tato Sikwane, also known as DJ Fresh, will play a critical role in the bootcamp. Refilwe Mutube reports.
The bootcamp comes as a result of the government's efforts in grooming local talent through the Department of Broadcasting Service Season 2 competition roadshows held in 31 districts across the country. 40 finalists were picked from a total of 312 aspiring musicians, and 20 finalists were picked to participate in the ongoing bootcamp.
Re tswa Boshaka, re tswa bo Guma, re gantsi Charles Haley, re bona talente le gore gompieno re kopantse mo Gaborone. Bana ba rona bana le dikitso, ba bereka thata, bana le tsholehelo ya gore tota bodiragatsi bo ka bo boela jaaka lephata la kgaso le tsentse marapo a mantsi jaaka re ne re tlhalosa gore BTV1 channel e mo DSTV 290 ke yone a bone.
Training yourself, but my kemelo a rona ke gore thusa go protect a very promote the intellectual property under your secondary economic rights.
The managing director of Big Dog Productions, Mr. Toto Sikwani, also known as DJ Fresh, also extended a helping hand to upcoming artists in ensuring that they gain the skills and know how to succeed in the entertainment industry.
So the study workshop over 2 days for Badrakhasiba, hoping for the they'll be empowered go ka itshetsa sentle o go ka sa ditshwetso tse leng gore ga bone ba sa tla kwano go nna le pharologano.
Dumelang batsana ko lapeng ke nna DJ Lex. DJ Lex wa opela ebile ke DJ. I'm excited go nna mo top 40 because go a go mperekela ka ditselana tse dintsi. Ke tle go kopana le bo mmantsutsu di ba kopelo ba ileng go ba go dimo game. So ke a go anya go le go ntsi mo go bone, and le mo boot camping we are collaborating. Ra network, we do everything. Se se re kopanya.
This bootcamp that will last for 7 days will be wrapping up with a award ceremony in which the winners will walk away with cash prizes and donations in kind. Rifilo Mutube, BTV News, Gaborone.
The Hikalangwanyana Cultural Festival Coordinator, Mr. Kifenze Masimolole, hailed the just-ended event as successful, highlighting that it ran smoothly. He said the event, which was hosted by Ipeleho Community Trust, relied on donations and investors for further development of the venue. He added that they were open to working with volunteers in the future to help make the event sustainable and to grow the local economy.
Mr. Masimolole says he's delighted that the event went well beyond their expectations, emphasizing that Botswana have received it well as there were no crime incidents and challenges were minimal.
It's a good start, and the feedback that we got so far is that this is the biggest festival they've ever seen, not just in Moshopa, but in the Southern District. So it's really beyond our expectations, and we are grateful to all the people that came, our sponsors. I would still encourage sponsors to come forth to partner with the trust because there are developments that we want to make here. There were no major incidents or anything like that. So it was safe, people behaved, people had fun. And it's an annual, or it's going to be an annual festival.
All those who took part in the celebration of the event have been acknowledged for rendering good services and making sure their customers and spectators are satisfied.
Economically, my district has really benefited from this event. They've made a lot of money. Be it the guest house, we're fully booked. Be it be it be it bus sports, be it the taxi, or you get the taxi association, and that is what we want as a district. We turn dreams into reality.
ngwao tsa kwano le bona ba ithuta ngwao tsa rona mekoro e ke transport ya rona re kgetha ka one maja mathaka re itshitsa ka yone batiana ke sulela go le go ntsi thata gore mokoro ke sone so se se ka ntshisa mo botshelong ka gore this time around we specialize on tourism.
Re hilwe 220 hectares mme le island e nngwe e go side nye ka ha ga ka le bogola molema lamin yone re batla go dira matlo teng kampo di lodge teng mme banana ba go ithutela ditiro ha banana ra go ba hira ba bereka ha bogolo ya nthata ba itebagantse ka go ruta ba bangwe dikgwebo kampo ka go ithutela dikgwebo re tle re beile tseta mo go bone ga rena go ntsha bagolo mo teng.
The nation has requested to forward their input as well as initiatives and investments of any kind that can help towards the development of the place that is believed to have a great economic growth potential that will boost the southern region. Kesero Fetse Makwinja, BTV News, Moshopa.
Tato Khosimore is standing by to give us the latest in sports. Tato?
Hi, Khomotso. Leteng.
Rahano.
Okay. Let me get straight into them. Thank you. With Botswana Tonight, our sports segment, I am Tato Khosimre. Thank you for joining us and good evening. Let's jump straight into our top story tonight. International Master Providence Tlotse is the winner of the open section of the annual Metropolitan Chess Championships, while women candidate Master Natalie Banda defended the title in the ladies section. The four-day championships, which started on Thursday and came to an end yesterday in Gaborone, was sponsored by Metropolitan Botswana to the tune of 152,800 pula. Tumelo Tafila reports.
Women candidate master Natalie Banda said despite starting the first 3 rounds of the championships on a low note, discipline, determination and hard work spurred her to win the tournament with 7 points and walked away with 9,000 pula. Woman FIDE master Naledi Marape came second, while Refilwe Gabatshware finished third.
On the first day on Thursday, we had 3 games and I didn't play well. I finished with 1.5 out of 3. And I remember I checked the final rankings after round 3 and I was position 6 and keep on getting here. Could am I even going to win? Me 2 weeks prior to the championship, I was here for the final whistle. Now I'm going to defend it, what. But I would say after that I started playing well. I was still confident because it was a 9-round tournament and we'd only played 3 games. So I said to myself, well, you know what? I can't judge the outcome of a tournament when we've only played 3 games.
As for the open section men's category, International Master Providence Tlotse scooped 11,000 pula in position 1 after accumulating 8 points, followed by Monnatseko Geletshabile, while Tuso Musuta settled for 3rd position.
The local competition has improved a lot. We have a lot of crop from the young folks who are doing extremely well. There were 5 young guys actually at this tournament and 5 of us, the old guys. So focusing on other events, I'm actually going to be playing another international tournament in Namibia soon. And that's what I'm looking forward to. I feel great about this event.
According to the public relations officer of the Botswana Chess Federation, Ruitsi Modimu Makgadle, said the players outdid themselves, a clear indication that the sport is growing.
That Metropolitan has been growing over time. So you'd recall that this is the 2nd time now but sponsorship you'd know you recall this year, even last year it stood at 152,800 pula. Over Lobakaleli Hitler sponsor 75,000. So players get motivated more, even increase the incentives.
The next major assignment on BCF's calendar is the Chess Olympics billed for Budapest, Hungary this year in September. Tumelo Tafila, BTV Sport, Gaborone.
Right along, Zimbabwean Lino Muchina and Sheila Seinam from Kenya are the winners of the 42.2-kilometer main race of Botswana Telecommunications BTC Marathon held in Francistown over the weekend. Karabosebele with more.
Muchana said discipline, determination and hard work spurred him to win the men's 42.2-kilometer race in a time of 1 hour 51 minutes 55 seconds and walked away with 35,000 pula.
It was very contenting. People were pushing, but around 1 hour 50, at 36 I tried to push and no one followed me. That's when I began to open up the gap right onto the finish.
Sheila Saina of Kenya won the ladies category in a time of 1 hour 49 minutes 22 seconds and received 35,000 pula.
I think today I did my best, like last time, but last time there was a little challenge, but today I won it clean. The race was good. The arrangement for the marathon was very organized and we thank the organizers for organizing very well the race.
As for the 21-kilometer race for men, Abel Chibanda scooped 25,000 pula for position 1 in a time of 1 hour 5 minutes 29 seconds, while Kitiso Joseph won the women's 21-kilometer race and received 25,000 pula after clocking a time of 1 hour 21 minutes 17 seconds.
I just want to thank you to the BTC Francistown Marathon organizers for organizing this such a big event. Even the course was very good for us elite athletes in order to qualify for all Africa Games, even the Olympics and even the regional games.
This is my 2nd race. Last year I was running 42 and I took position 3. Now I came to 21.1, I took position 1. So the challenge is the slope. but I managed to go slope because ke train la mo slope.
BTC has been urged to extend their support to elite athletes.
Ramasunga and your executive, le board ya gago, le batho ba le reetsang thata. Ne re kopa jalo gore some of the proceeds in the future can also go into sports development. Gore bana ba ileng gore they're going outside to compete internationally even locally can have coaches, can develop them and ensure that they are as competitive as their colleagues in the international fraternity.
BTC Francistown Marathon continues to positively impact the Francistown economy and has empowered industries and individuals such as the hospital industry, including food and drink vendors, fashion designers, advertisers, communication agencies and experts, technical officers, volunteers, leba bango bote ba ba tsereng karolo mo this marathon. While they were engaged from the planning stage to the completion of the marathon.
Various stakeholders were applauded for taking part in the marathon, which continues to contribute to the economy of the second city of the country, as well as encouraging youths to participate in sports in large numbers. Karabo Sibili, BTV Sport, Francistown.
And lastly, sensational local biker Ross Branch says he's honored to have been nominated for this year's Botswana Sports Awards Sportsmanship of the Year category. Branch pointed out that the nomination is an indication that what he's doing for the country is being valued and recognized. Kalahari Ferrari, who made a historic podium finish at the 2024 Dakar Rally, finishing in second place for his Team Hero Motorsport Team Rally, has been nominated for the Sportsmanship of the Year alongside Prince Sensation, Litsile Tebogo and Karabo Matlanka of cricket. The 43rd edition of the Botswana Sports Awards is scheduled for the 18th of next month at Royal Area Convention Centre in Tlokweni.
The 37-year-old Branch started the 2024 season on a high note, making history by securing a podium finish for the first time at the Dakar Rally in January, where he finished second, as well as finishing second in the bikes category before finishing fourth overall, among other achievements. The Monster Energy Honda rider is currently leading the World Rally Raid Championship standings with 61 points, with a 21 points advantage over second-placed Van Beveren of France, who is on 40 points.
It's been a really amazing season so far for me, starting off with the Dakar Rally, finishing second, going to Abu Dhabi and finishing second there as well. And then, Portugal now was probably the hardest one of the whole series, and I finished seventh. And yeah, it was a good race, but I made a couple of mistakes and we had a couple of crashes, and it wasn't as easy, not the terrain I'm used to, not the desert I'm used to, but we made it work, and we're still leading the World Championship, which is the biggest thing for us, and 2 more rounds to go. And Portugal, unfortunately, I had a crash and I hit the bottom of my throat, which put a big dent in our charge for the championship and obviously for the race win. It's not easy to ride those races fit and healthy, and when you have an injury and a small issue, but we needed to get to the finish line, and I needed to get as many points as I could, and I'm feeling much better now.
The Kalahari Ferrari, as he is affectionately known, says though he finished 7th at the just ended Rally Raid in Portugal, he will not drop his head as he prepares for the upcoming competitions.
I've got a couple of training trips in Namibia. We're always working to get the bike better, especially for Dakar 2025, and we got a trip to Namibia in the next 2 weeks just to go and do a bit of training and testing with the bike, and we're going up to Victoria Falls in Zimbabwe to do a race that helps with the wildlife conservation and just giving back a little bit. And then we got Morocco at the end of the year, which is the final race for the World Championship, and a really big preparation race for us for Dakar. If you can win Morocco, then there's a good chance you can win Dakar. So we're just going to go there, give it our best, and we're just going to try keep it on 2 wheels. As you can see with Portugal, going from 2nd to 7th is a big drop. So we've got to make sure that we stay healthy, no crashes, and keep the bike together. It's a big thing. We still got about 10,000 kilometers to go before the end of the year. So looking forward to those and feeling really good at the moment.
Branch is now left with 2 more races. There is a few Ruta 40 in Argentina, as well as the Rally du Maroc in October before the end of the rally year. Kalahari Ferrari will also be using these competitions to prepare for the Dakar Rally 2025. Lydia Apoloko, BTV Sport, Gaborone.
And with that said, we come to the end of Botswana Tonight sports segment. Thank you very much for the privilege of your time. Enjoy the rest of the evening. Back to Khomutso Mapani.
We thank you so much, TT, for the privilege of your time as well. Until we meet again tomorrow, have yourself a fantastic evening, sir.
Yeah, the set has been set on the 18th, so we're going to rock the red carpet.
You and I?
Yes.
I'll be waiting for that. Sure. That was Tato TT Khosemore giving us the latest in sport. Let's take a final look at stories later in the way this evening. Government to introduce $2 program to promote livestock farming. Local communities in Kalahari advised to actively trade along the Trans-Kalahari Highway. And in sports, Providence Watlotsa wins the open section of the annual Metropolitan Chess Championships, while Natalie Banda retains her title in the women's category. That's all that we had for you in our news bulletin this evening. BTV News, Ikanyarona, #BW Mindset Change.
Good evening and welcome. The weather forecast tonight is brought to you by Kumo Monarch. This evening, clear skies are visible over the entire country. On Tuesday, we're expecting few patches of clouds to be visible over Kalahari district. Over the remaining areas, we're expecting some clear skies. In the morning, we're expecting some mild temperatures over the entire country, with minimums ranging between 12 degrees Celsius to 15 degrees Celsius. In the afternoon, we're expecting some warm temperatures over southern Southeast Gauteng and Kweni district. Over the remaining district, we're expecting some hot afternoon temperatures, with maximums ranging between 33 to 35 degrees Celsius. Now, on Wednesday and Thursday, we're expecting few patches of clouds to be visible over southern Southeast Gauteng and Kweni district with some warm afternoon temperatures. Over Khanti and Kalahari, clouds will be visible on both days with hot afternoon temperatures. Over Chwebe and Ngamiland, clear skies are expected with hot afternoon temperatures. Northeast and southern central, we're expecting few patches of clouds to be visible with hot afternoon temperatures over northern central district. That's the weather forecast. Have yourself a good evening.
April 28th is World Day for Safety and Health at Work, declared by the International Labour Organization ILO to encourage the prevention of occupational accidents and diseases globally. Principal Health and Safety Officer at the Ministry of Labour and Home Affairs,